And torrential rains have triggered deadly floods and landslides in northern China, leaving at least 30 dead in Beijing and forcing over 80,000 people to evacuate. Aerial footage shows homes, roads and fields submerged, with the worst hit area being Mayan district. Beijing recorded nearly a year's worth of rain in just a few days. Authorities issued rainstorm warnings for Beijing, Hebei, Tianjin and 10 other provinces. Scientists blame topography and global warming for intensifying the downpours. President Xi Jinping has ordered an all-out rescue effort. Flights, trains and public facilities have been shut down as more rain is forecast into Wednesday. Let's now listen in to what one resident had to say.
我们不敢进，谁敢进呀？进来你不得倒这儿呀？我这一块儿得亏是啤酒，它整落的，可能它的冲力大，它没大事儿，把空箱子冲走不少。燕京白厅上调料，那个伊利家一共应该是8箱吧，剩1桶，1箱1乘3的那大桶的，老沉了。红茶绿茶都是那个大红茶、大绿茶都10几箱，两样加起来30多个。
Well, Andrew, thank you for staying with us. A year's worth of rain falling in this region of China in just a few days. Could you provide some insights from the ground, if you have any, on quite how devastating this is? Of course, so many lives lost, dozens of lives lost, search and rescue efforts ongoing, and nearly 100,000 already displaced.
Well, of course, it's one of those freak weather events which are visiting not only China but other parts of the world as climate change is gathering pace. You can see a lot of freak storm events, flooding and unusual weather conditions. For example, Europe is facing the hottest summer in even centuries, but for China is now even though it's the 4th largest country by territory in the world, is poorly endowed in terms of water resources, as well as weather conditions, particularly flooding. If you look at China's history, hundreds and thousands of years ago, I mean, very severe floods affecting China. But now, because of very civil engineering works, the situation has been mitigated. But still, there's simply too much flooding in the north, in the south of China, because the distribution of water is very uneven. And then this exacerbated, as I said, by adverse weather conditions. But that also highlights the kind of water situation in China. On the one hand, there is too much water flooding. On the other hand, China is very poor in terms of fresh water availability. It's only 1/3 of the world as an average. Again, because there is too much water up north and too much water down south of China and too little water up north. And hence that there is a need to even a huge project to transfer water resources from the Himalayas, the so-called moving water diversion project from west to the eastern part of China. So I think that this is, again, a reflection of climate change, a reflection of the geology conditions in China, and the water situation, which China's authorities are grappling with.
Yes, absolutely. Andrew, thank you ever so much for taking the time.